What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sky Factory. So, some more cool things have been going on. I guess the first most notable thing, our dragon grew up here. This one is a water dragon. There's several different types. Yeah, okay. So, depending on what kind of environment they're in, basically. I'll have to look up online. It doesn't tell you in here. But basically, like if you spawn them like on a patch of dirt surrounded by water, it turns into a water. Netherrack is like nether, on netherrack spawns another dragon. Just kind of anywhere spawns just a plain ender dragon. So on. This one's like leaves. I'm not really sure. I guess just because there was that one block of water there, it turned it into a water dragon. So whatever, that's cool. So he's all grown up. I don't have any fish yet to tame him, so he's just gonna hang out over there in the little farm area for now. I did go ahead and make this enchanted sieve with the luck of the sea. Not really 100% sure how it works. I've ran a stack of like dust, and I've ran a stack of like gravel through this thing. I don't know if it has to be a specific kind of mesh or if it can't be compressed. I don't know how it works. So I haven't got any fish yet. So I'm just going to keep kind of throwing stuff through this sieve and hopefully get some fish. I'm trying to avoid having to manually fish them. I'm not really sure even how many it's going to take. If it's only a couple, it might not be too bad, but if it's a bunch, fishing those things manually is just going to be a pain. So he's just going to hang out over there until I get some fish. You can see I kind of started working on this thing a little bit to upgrade it to the next tier, but I didn't want to get completely too far off camera so everybody could see how this works, since I already like upgraded it several times already. Also, I went ahead and made this little thing here. This stuff here is the reinforced obsidian, which is not crazy difficult to make. It's actually something you probably could make pretty early game once you have an alloy smelter and a decent supply of iron and stuff. I'm not trying to remember what I was trying to look up there. Reinforced obsidian. So it uses this dark steel. These bars are just like the iron ones, except for it's dark steel. So it's like 4 of those. You get 16 per craft, so that's not crazy expensive. And then 4 ingots and a piece of obsidian to make 1 of these blocks. But basically, this stuff is wither-proof, so the withers can't break it. I tried to make one out of just regular obsidian. The initial blast when they spawn doesn't break the obsidian, but their attacks will be broke right out of it, like it wasn't even there. He just kind of was like, whatever, not even bothered, bro. So the way this is set up, it's very kind of cramped quarters in here on purpose, so he just doesn't have a lot of room to move around. And the first time I spawned one in this thing, I didn't have this second level on top, and he just kind of floated through the ceiling, like he kind of spawned out of it. So with this second layer, basically what happens is, go ahead and spawn one here to show you. It's kind of neat. It actually, technically, I guess, would kill him automatically, but it would take a really long time. But what you do here, and I guess before I get too far in that, I better explain this Staff of the Traveler here. So what I did is made this thing. Don't really need it. It's good for getting around if you've got like a massively big base. No, this one's getting kind of spread out a little bit, but this thing's not too crazy expensive either. Staff of the Traveler. You can actually get this out of a loot bag also. The rare loot bags drop these, but I just went ahead and crafted it. It's just a couple dark steels, this ender crystal. So basically what you do is you make this soul vial, which isn't too hard. It's just quartz melted down into glass and a piece of solarium. You have to make this machine, which is pretty easy to do. assuming you have a mob farm running with like the gold or diamond uh, spikes, you should get plenty of these heads, or a weapon with the beheading upgrade. So yeah, anyway, you make one of these soul vials and you just like right click an Enderman. I just jumped back into the end there, and it literally, you just right click it, it puts it in a bottle. You make this thing and put it through the machine. You get that, and then you make these. What were they? They were called some kind of something or other. These things here, these travel anchors. Basically, the way the tooltip reads, it sounds like they're kind of like the elevator blocks, except for they don't just go up and down. So assuming the tooltip is accurate, if you just stand on one and look at another one and jump, it will shoot you over to it. But what you can do is just use the staff to you just right click on it, and it shoots you over to whatever you're aiming at. It does use power, and you can upgrade these things to higher levels with capacitors, and it takes levels to enchant them. But anyway, so that's cool. Just a little thing to move around the base a little bit more efficiently. It also comes in handy here because what happens is I've got this thing built such a small space that when you spawn this guy, sometimes it's hard to get past him, but to get out of here. So the staff makes that a little easier. So what we do, we'll just spawn one, go ahead and hop out, and you'll see what happens here. This thing is so cramped that his head basically gets stuck in the ceiling. And you can see he's just instantly taking damage. It's probably loud too. So anyway, that's cool. So they can't get anywhere, and if you're standing over here, they can't even really attack you. Their attacks come out of their face, and it's like stuck up in the ceiling. So you can kind of just stand right here and smack away at him. Super cool. Eventually I will, this isn't going to be permanent. I might do something different with this. Something a little more fancy looking. But for right now, it gets the job done. Awesome. Cool beans. There's probably a couple other things that I have forgot to mention because I forgot I've even done them. Anyway, I want to go ahead and get this thing upgraded over here. I think I should have all this stuff ready to go. So yeah, let's do that. Alright, let's get this stuff in my hotbar here. So I've gone ahead and already set these 3 up here. I had to make like 32 more of these guys. And then you stack these up into blocks of 9 like this. And then when you place this last one, it changes to that ring. Boom, just like that. Whoa. And I've already gone ahead and disabled this thing and turned the build guide on. As you can see, like there's a bunch of redstone that we need inside there, so I'm gonna have to break all this draconium out. So let's just vein mine that. Cool. So I've got my redstone in the middle from the last upgrade, and go ahead and just follow the guide here. And I actually have do I have my wand? Yeah, this might help a little bit. Do something like that. And then we need 3 more rows here. So yeah, this build guide makes things a little easy. It's kind of finicky as far as the distance at which point it starts showing the next layers and stuff, but it's not too terrible. And it's certainly easier than like having to look at a book and then hope you build it right and then all that kind of mess. So I should be good getting this right here. Put that there, that there, that there. So that's the bottom. 3 more here. Like that. 3 more sets on this side. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, and I think that should be all the redstone. Alright, cool. And then finish up with the draconium on the outside. So like I said when I first started building this thing, that's why I'm hoping I left enough space and don't have to move those for the next couple tiers, because this thing basically it grows by a couple blocks width every time you upgrade it. What did I leave? I think I left six blocks in between the stabilizers and the core. Anyway, go ahead and get this stuff slapped on here and see what we end up with. Oh yeah, I remember something else that I did too. It's actually going to be part of that wither operation over there. It was one of the reasons I wanted to get that Ender Dragon heart in the last episode. It was an essential part for that grinder for draconic evolution. Alright, almost done here. Couple more blocks. We gotta be able to fire this thing up. I think that's right. That's what they told me to do, right? Everything says good. Cool. Fire it up. Oh yeah, nice. So what are we pulling in this thing now? 59.3 billion capacity. It's gonna take this thing a while to fill up, but that's some serious power storage. Cool beans. So before I move on, I want to just go ahead and take a look at what this is gonna look like in the next tier. So that would be tier 7. No, that was tier 6. This is tier 7, which looks like it's going to be right to the edge. So if I do end up going to tier 8, I'm probably going to have to move my stabilizers. Yeah, because they're be covered up. Look how massive that thing is. Jeez. And then these are all those things with look like wings. Those are the awakened draconium. Blocks of awakened draconium, which are crazy expensive. Not so much with the materials as far as this stuff, but you have to kill an ender dragon for every 4 of those blocks. So yeah, it's pretty wicked. I may or may not get to that. We'll see. Not that I'm afraid to do it. That's just something that's going to take a lot of grinding to get to. Anyway, let's fire this thing back up. Activate. Activate. So yeah, this is the guy right here, the mob grinder. I might have to. Oh, he's gonna shoot at us. So that's the only kind of downside to this setup as it is. I guess what you could do is just put a torch in here whenever you leave after you're using it, and then it'll keep mobs from spawning in there. Obviously, you can't. If you have a torch in there, when you spawn a wither, it's just going to blow it up. So, anyway, I don't know specifically how this works, and I don't think this. I wonder if this thing's witherproof. I guess we could find out real quick, huh? I'm scared. I don't want to blow it up, man. This thing was expensive to make. So to make this thing was pretty expensive. So a wyvern core, that's 4 of these, and then another star, some draconium, some diamond swords is whatever. But it needed some of this awakened draconium, which we just looked at. That's ender heart. That's like, I mean, you get 4 blocks, and then that's what 9, 18, 30, 36 ingots total. So it's not a huge loss. All right, you know what? I just talked myself into it. I want to hook this thing up maybe. Well, I got this thing butted right up against here. I guess I could just break this out. Just kind of hook this thing up right here. And it's probably facing the wrong way. Let me grab my wrench and turn it around. Guess I could use my staff if I had it out. Oh well. Oh yeah, that's something else about these things. You can paint them. You have to make a machine for it, but you could paint it the color of this like cobblestone. It would blend in. You wouldn't even hardly be able to see it unless you knew it was there. All right, there's a skull, so I'm assuming that turned around inside. Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's let's hopefully not destroy this thing and see if it's going to take the blast from a wither spawning. I'm kind of nervous about this. I really don't want to blow this thing up. Let me go ahead and get this thing ready. I just really have a bad feeling that this thing's going to not survive right now. Of course, it's going to need power to actually work, but I just wanted to see if it would live through that. Oh, it does. Awesome. Sweet. I mean, I kind of figured it would since it's made to kill these things, but at the same time, I just really wasn't sure. But that's cool. Awesome. That's good to know. So let me get rid of this guy. And we'll hook some power up to that thing and spawn another guy in here and see what happens. Alright. Need to grab some of these crystal things. I've got a basic in and out and a couple relays. And I need my wrench. What can I get? I don't need that in here. Actually, let me put that somewhere else. Just throw those in here, I guess. And while I'm thinking about it, go ahead and drop this stuff off too. Shazam, see you later. I'm going to hold on to that. So hopefully, where's my wrench? I really don't think this is going to reach that far, but we'll see. I'm probably going to end up having to make some more of these to get this actually hooked up anyway. So if I put this thing, what if I put it right here? Is that going to reach to this? If that reaches to here, then we should be good to go as far as getting over there the rest of the way. Oop, that's not the right button. I shift clicked. So you shift click to select one of these things, and then okay, it does reach. Sweet. And then you just right click to like attach it to another piece. So you can tell the big green like hologram thing tells you that you're connected to. That's the one that you'll be connecting to or from, depending on how you're looking at it, I guess. So I need to make grinder? No, that's not what I need. I need to make one of these, but that's going to cost... Wow, okay. I thought that took 2. Alright, that's not so bad then. I can make that right now. 2 of those. 2 of these. I might already have all that stuff, actually. Of course, I only had 1 of those. It's alright. 1 of those. This will be enough for another 1 of these. And that should take care of it, huh? There we go. Nice. So then I don't want to put it too close just in case. I'm pretty sure this thing contains the explosion because it's not blowing up any of this stuff. But just to be safe, let's put this up here. That's already selected, so we want to link that to this. So that's going to power this thing, and then we want that thing to power this thing. That's a pretty wicked animation. That's cool, I like that. Awesome. So that thing should be powered up now. It's spinning away, so that's good. I'm not sure what this what this little spot's for. I don't guess I have to put like a weapon or something in there. Maybe I do. I don't know about that. Well, let's spawn a wither in here and see what it does. Here goes nothing. Get my my magic stick out. Mama said that was my magic stick. There's my running shoes. Keyhan. So that's not doing anything. So maybe I have to put a weapon in there. Well, let's just beat this guy to death, and then we'll put this sword in there and see what happens, if that helps at all. Alright, let's throw this in here. And we'll do this one more again. Alright, who do we got now? Drea Bennett? I don't know who any of these people are. Like, a couple of them. Like, Direwolf and... I think Bacon... I don't even know his whole name. His mom... Like, they have his mom in here. Like... So that's not doing anything either. Okay. Well... I might have to look up real quick how that thing's supposed to work. I guess my magic draconic evolution tablet might tell me. I might just not have it in a good place. Do I have? Yeah, okay, I got that thing with me right here. Let's see what it has to say on the subject. Let's see. Mob grinder. Cost a bit of RF power. You can kill to your heart's content. Grinder will kill all mobs in a 7x7 area in front of it. So it definitely shouldn't be where it is. Experience orbs dropped by the grinder will despawn. Yeah, whatever. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so the internal slot is supposed to be. It's for like a battery. And if you didn't want to actually like physically power it, so. Why isn't it, Okay, we'll tell you what. Let's grab that out. So it said in front of it, right? A 7x7 area in front of it. I'm assuming I had it facing the right way. It looked like the grinder part was facing in, right? So let me, let's see. What if I put it up kind of higher? Maybe it was too low? I don't know. I mean, it was definitely within a 7x7 area. Let's put these back in. Pop that thing in there. Where's this thing? Turn that around. So that should be facing in. Grab this other wrench. Just double check that it's hooked up. Not that one, this one. Let's go into there. Just link that back up with the power. I didn't actually mean to put it inside here, but I don't guess it matters, does it? Other than it might block me from putting these things in here. Okay. Do a thing, man. Boom. I really just feel like it's not doing anything. I think the damage that he's taken is just from like his head being stuck in the ceiling. Is this thing like using any power? Yeah, it's not even using any power. Oh well, I'll have to, I guess I'll have to do some research and just figure out what I'm doing wrong. Obviously, I'm not doing something right. Sweet. All right, cool beans. So we got this thing built, tiered up again. Got our little enclosure built. We've got the grinder at least built and powered. Just not really sure why it's not doing what it was intended to do. And we got our blue friend here. So I guess we'll cut it off here right now for today, and then I'm gonna have to go do some homework, I guess, and figure out what's the dealio. Right? All right, cool. So hope everybody's having a good day. We'll see you back tomorrow, and yeah, see you later, people.